Hi, I'm Terry Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. Today I want to talk to you about how I stay motivated and focused. You know, that's something people have asked me for years. And I'm telling you, it's easy to get excited about a goal or a dream, but then after a few months and especially a few years, it's normal to lose momentum. But I'm going to show you exactly what I've learned to stay motivated. But first, I wanted to ask you if you would help me out this week. Would you let me know if you're enjoying these quick little videos we put out each week? If you would just take 1 second and push the subscribe button, that just lets me and my team know that you want us to continue, and we hope we're building your faith. I hope these videos are helping you stay focused on achieving every dream God has put in your heart. And I seriously can't thank you enough for that encouragement. So thank you from my heart. Okay, so we know that motivation makes things happen. Where there's no will, there's no way. We've all heard that self-motivation is the key to success. And we all know Proverbs 29:18 if you follow this channel, because I talk about that scripture, where there is no vision, the people perish. Well, other translations say the people throw off restraint, self-control, or self-discipline. I love that. In other words, I like how Miles Monroe said it. He described having vision like this. He said the key to your future is finding a vision that imposes self-discipline on you. I love that. See, discipline comes from having a clear, compelling vision. See, you can't live the life of your dreams if you never dream of it. And the secret to self-motivation begins with finding your definition of success. Now, let me explain. I want to help you answer 2 questions that help me more than anything to get and stay motivated all these years. The first question, number 1, is how do you define a successful life for you? Think about that. You can't live a successful life if you never define what success means to you. See, success is a very personal thing. What motivates one person may be radically different for someone else. And until you define what living a successful life means to you, you'll struggle with staying motivated and focused. You probably heard the 2 greatest days in a person's life are the day you were born and the day you discover why you were born. Well, I believe once you define success on your terms, it gives you a clear picture of where you need to direct your attention and the steps you need to take to get there. I like to explain it like this. What if you were handed 10,000 little puzzle pieces without the box top, and you have no idea what these little cardboard chips are? Is it the Eiffel Tower? Is it a cupcake with buttercream icing? Is it like a field full of daisies, the Empire State Building? What is this? And every day, your job is to get up, go to the kitchen table, and try to figure out 10,000 piece puzzle. Day after day, you have no idea what you're creating, but you keep working tirelessly to discover the mysterious image. Well, over time, you're going to get frustrated, bored, irritated, mad, because you don't even know what you're doing. But once somebody hands you the picture, it all starts to come together. You have a vision in front of you, and you have the motivation to achieve it. Well, see, that's what happens when you define success for your life. You develop an image, a picture of what your ideal life should look like when you come to the end of it. In fact, Stephen Covey, he actually defined success like this. He said, if you carefully consider what you want said of you at the funeral experience, you will find your definition of success. And I totally agree. See, when you come to the end of your life and you look back, what do you want people to say about you? How would they describe you? What would they say you did during your time on earth? Did you live your dreams? Or did you live a life of regret, visionless, just going through the motions without much thought about your purpose? Did you waste days just watching TV, gossiping, scrolling through social media for countless hours, pushing the snooze button and letting opportunities pass you by? See, for me, it began when I sat in my guest bedroom in 2006 with nothing but a laptop and a head full of questions and some thoughts and some dreams. And I just began writing. This is going to sound really weird, but I began writing my dream obituary. Now, I know that sounds creepy, but But I began writing exactly how I want to be remembered as a person, a wife, a mom, a daughter, a friend, a leader, a world changer. And I wrote big, crazy, out of the realm of possibility dreams, like the vision board, dreams that just made me think, how in the world, or who do you think you are? But you know what? I didn't let it stop me from dreaming. I let my imagination soar. But something remarkable happened. It caused a flame to ignite in me like no other exercise I had ever done before. It was completely different than just writing my goals for the year of paying off my debt or losing 5 pounds. No, when you imagine coming to the end of your life and your closest family and friends are describing how you lived it, hopefully they're going to say a lot more than she finally paid off that student loan. No, it's going to awaken dreams in you that you never thought possible. But what you're doing, in essence, is defining success for you. The second question is, how would you define an unsuccessful life for you? Believe it or not, this right here is equally as compelling as fueling your motivation. You need to paint a vivid picture of life with no improvement beyond today. Now, I'm telling you from experience, this exercise can be alarming. I'll never forget, in 2009, I was just contemplating my future and almost allowing fear to just stop me from moving forward. I'd gotten comfortable as the CEO for my dad's ministry for the past 6 years. I loved what I was doing serving him. I loved working behind the scenes, meeting with my teams, brainstorming, ghostwriting books for him, and sitting behind my beautiful black desk in Crowley, Texas. But I knew inside that God was calling me to minister and to reach more people than just encouraging my coworkers at staff meetings. Well, I had been ministering quite a bit, but I'd reached a crossroads in my life where it was either go halfway or go all the way. Brian Tracy says that comfort and convenience run the lives of unsuccessful people. See, God is constantly stretching us to new heights. Well, the thought of stepping out of my comfort zone to minister on stage, to write books, to be in the public eye to a greater degree, it was frightening. Not to mention the future thought of, possibly hiring people one day, paying salaries, buying equipment, offices. It was scary. But I felt this tug inside that I needed to launch my ministry on a wider scale. But again, the thought of being in front of more eyes, more criticism, more opinions, more exposure, it was just paralyzing me with fear. So finally, to end this battle in my mind, I decided to paint a vivid picture of my life 10 years into the future if I didn't change a thing. Now, I have to be honest with you, this exercise was just as eye-opening as writing my dream obituary. I added up my age 10 years in the future, my wedding anniversary, my daughter's age, my years of employment at my dad's. In 2009, on the same laptop where I wrote my dream obituary, I drew an opposite scenario of my life as if nothing changed by the year 2019. I went through my routine from the moment I wake up in the same bedroom, drove to the same gym, drove the same roads, sat at the same desk, ate at the same restaurants, worked with the same people, lived the exact same life. I even imagined my daughter coming to visit me, because she would have been out of school by then, and meeting me for lunch in my same lunchroom. And I described how I felt as we caught up on each other's lives. However, I didn't have much to say because nothing had changed. When I imagined her hugging me goodbye, I went back up to my office and I said I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. I felt like I let her down because I didn't live my dreams like I always encouraged her to do. Again, let me just say, it wasn't that my life was so bad. It wasn't. It was good. It was about knowing that God was calling me to do more, but I disobeyed. Now, I'm going to spare you all the thoughts that raced through my mind as I painted this depressing picture. But by the end of it, I'll never forget writing these words. I said, Rodney and I, Rodney, my husband, we're comfortable. We live in a nice house. I earn a good salary. We go on Hawaiian vacations every summer. But I literally wrote this. I said, but how many scrapbooks can I make of Rodney and Terry on the beach? And then I said, I'm comfortable, but I'm miserable. I know God had more for my life, but I was too scared. And I said, I'm disappointed in myself. I'm full of regret. As I typed those words that were just flowing out of me, my eyes were wide open to the harsh reality that I must shake off the complacency, face my fears, and step boldly out of my comfort zone. That picture of an unsuccessful life fueled me to never let that be the eulogy spoken at my funeral. Now, I want to challenge you to invest the time it takes to just sit quietly with yourself and just imagine, paint a vivid play-by-play description of your day-to-day life 10 years from right now if you don't change a thing, if you don't get motivated and focused on your dreams. Now, the good news is, it's not 10 years from now. It's only today, and you get to choose how you want to be remembered and how you want to live the next decade of your life. So this week, I'm going to help you get focused on your future and define what success means to you. So I brought back my $97 online vision board course for only $8. So if you missed the offer, now is your chance. This is going to help you get focused on your dreams. Now I'm going to walk you through the process of dreaming, setting goals, getting the discipline to stay focused. So I want you to click the link in the description and you can get started today. Now let me tell you real quick, again, this is usually $97, but we're offering again this week for only $8. And I just found out we have over 20,000 dreamers enrolled. That makes me so happy. And we get testimonies every single day of people manifesting their dreams. Now you're going to get 6 training videos with me. You're going to get the ebook and the e-workbook, Dream It, Pen It, Live It. All to help you get motivated, get focused on achieving the dreams that God put in your heart. So click the link in the description and it will be my honor to help you get and stay motivated to live your dreams. Thanks for watching. Hey YouTube! Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and to get more inspirational content, click one of these videos right here. And remember, I'm cheering you on to live your dreams.